we're going to talk about mental and physical health, taking care of yourself. Because as an entrepreneur, you must have a clear mind and a healthy body.
But first, I'm Mo.
And I'm Spady.
And this is another episode of Corporate Dropout,
where we give you entrepreneurship in real time.
And real life stuff too.
And I have a watch on today. So
mine still doesn't work. Say something. I fight. And y'all know, if you know me from high school, you know I cook. Let's get into it though.
So taking care of yourself. So you want to start off?
Well, taking care of yourself. So number one, this is Corporate Dropout, right? So we try to tie things into us being entrepreneurs, right? And what I've found and what Spady has found is that entrepreneurs, they put 110% of themselves into their business, and a lot of times they put their own health, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, even financial, and even the health, the well-being sometimes of your own family can be put to the side for the business. And honestly, the conclusion that I've come to is that without those things, how important is the business? Without your health, without your family's health and well-being, how important is running a business?
Especially full-time. Because when you're running it full-time, it's a lot of stresses that can take a toll on you if you're not balancing out, like even just personal time. I know there's times where like I get overwhelmed with work to where it's like, man, I still got this, and this, the list of things to do. So what I'll try to do is, I know what helps for me. I go take some personal time. Like, hey, I need a break. Like, it's okay to take breaks. Now, not, breaks long enough to where you don't get things done by, the due date, but enough break to where it's like, okay, I'm ready to go back to work. Because if you don't take any breaks, you're going to exhaust yourself, you're going to drain yourself, and it can also take a toll on your health. We all know that energy is real, stress is real, and stress can lead to sickness.
Your body is a machine, first and foremost. It's one of the most elaborately put together machines on the face of the earth, maybe even in the universe, I don't know. But with every machine, there is mandatory maintenance, okay? And with your body, there's just certain things that you just have to have. Number one, obviously, you have to eat food that is conducive to your health, right? But also rest. We have we don't have a battery inside of us that just recharges itself.
I had an issue with that. I had an issue with sleeping. Like, not saying that I couldn't sleep, but I didn't want to sleep because I always had something else to do. Like, I was literally probably getting like 4 hours of sleep.
Well, if you look on TV or if you listen to the radio, sleep is not it's not valued. Everybody is boasting about not sleeping. I don't get tired.
Yeah, I'm on the grind. This and that.
No, my brother, you're
killing yourself.
Sleep deprivation is one of the leading causes of death. Sleep deprivation. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So and then beyond sleep, so I'll tell you this. I went to the dentist, right? And one of the things that the dentist told me was that I was grinding my teeth while I sleep, right? Grinding my teeth down. And I said, well, like, I don't even, like, how does that even, why? Why do you
What's
think?
What's the reason for it?
And he's like, well, do you have something stressful going on in your life? Or is there a big event? Or is there something? I said, well, I run a business. That's what it is. He said, you don't even shut your brain down while you're asleep.
Crazy.
You're thinking even while you're supposedly sleeping.
You're subconsciously thinking about the business.
I'm thinking about the business all the time because it's my baby.
Right. You created that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking about the business because I think it's my baby. But I'm Mr. Analogy, right?
Oh, here we go.
I'm Mr. Analogy.
Let's get it.
When you get on an airplane and they give you instructions on if something were to happen and the face masks come out, the oxygen mask, the instruction is not to put it on your child first. The instruction is to put it on yourself first and then this child. Why would you do that? Because if you're not around to put the mask on the child
will
can't
never
do,
get,
they
can't
will
do it
never
by
get it. They
itself.
can't get
Yeah.
it themselves. So you need to take that same logic and apply it to your business. If you don't take care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, you're not going to be able to make that business flourish. I don't care who you are. And I'll say this too. If there are people around you who will not allow you, or they feel that they can take that from you, take your ability to have you time, then you might need to start evaluating that person's presence in your life. Because if I tell you, you know what, and you know that I'm working, you know what I'm saying, and you know how much I put into it.
Right.
If I tell you that, okay, you know what, I need this time, and you don't respect it, then I have to start evaluating, you know, your investment in me.
So when you say me time, what does that entail? Like like watching a movie or something, or just basically time away from you working on your business?
Exactly.
Okay, got
Time away, so you don't even have to go anywhere, but you need to mentally be able to step away. So whatever it is that you have in your life that allows you to do that, whether it's a person, whether it's a game, you know what I'm saying? You know, whether it's music, whatever it is, that needs to be as mandatory as the deadlines that you have for your business, your clients, you know what I'm saying? Like things like that. That needs to be as mandatory. And then this kind of segues into, we want to kind of dive a little bit deeper into taking care of yourself, because a lot of us, and I'm going to speak for myself as an African American man, mental health is something that I feel we don't take
as a people,
as a collective.
Yeah.
We don't take it as seriously as we should, and it's been a topic lately, and I'm glad it's becoming a topic, and I'm glad that there's high profile people that are actually coming out saying that, hey man, like I had issues. And you might even think the crazy thing about mental health is a lot of times we don't even know that it's something going on with us.
Right.
You know, and we've been, from the beginning of our time here in the United States, we've been conditioned to just tough things out or seek counsel from someone who may not be trained in that profession. You know, because naturally sometimes I don't trust people. I don't trust a person who I feel will not understand where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
It's just in me not to trust a person like that. But it's also my obligation to find somebody who I can trust. So, and then seek counsel.
Yeah, or someone with the same background.
Something.
Yeah, someone with the same background, because when you can relate to someone, it's so much easier to take someone's advice.
Exactly.
Especially if you know that they've been on a similar path that you've been on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, definitely, mental health is something you have to be able to admit to yourself and to whoever you seek help from. Because sometimes even people close to us know that there's something going on with us mentally, or there's a mental issue somewhere, but we don't want to admit it to them because we don't acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But we have to be
ashamed.
Or you might be, you might be embarrassed.
Ashamed.
So, but you have to admit that, you know, if there's something going on with you mentally, it's okay to reach out, because that's a big thing especially when you're running a business. You don't want those things to interfere and start creating their own paths into your business.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
why does that thing make you so angry? Why does a client, and they're being a client, they're asking questions. That's what they're supposed to do.
They're asking questions.
Why does that make you so angry? So that kind of gets me back to a point that I made a couple of episodes ago about, you know, being, you know, wanting to go out and be confident in, you know, in the product that you have. But how can you be confident if internally you're not even confident in your day-to-day?
That was like, what's his name when he was on Baby Boy? And he was trying to sell the shirt.
Man, that boy was like, I'm just trying to live my life right and sell you this here merchandise.
But that's a good example, because she had no idea what he's going through.
Exactly. She don't know he just killed somebody.
She don't know he just...
Well, he kind of looked like he just...
Yeah, he was a little crazy. But she didn't know that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you can't let those things make their way into your business, because you got to separate those things, because it will at some point show itself. Even if a client doesn't trust you, you can't lose your mind because the client doesn't trust you. They're a client. They've never done business with you before. Or they might not, they don't even know you personally. So for you to blow up on a client because they don't trust you, you know what I'm saying? That's a personal mental issue that you have to work on, and that's something that's very important that a lot of people don't talk about.
And I'll say this too. I remember my godfather, you know, early on in my relationship, you know, with my wife back then, she was my girlfriend. I was used to being handled a certain way, right? Because of all of the things that I had already done before I moved to Texas, right? So I had built up like this. Everybody who knows me at home, they know the type of person I am. They know my character. So, you know, I was used to that. And when I came here, and it was simple things, like I had to realize that she doesn't know me from back then.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I had to redo it all over again. And that's how you have to treat your clients. You have to build a new relationship every single time. But to go back to the point, I couldn't see myself. Somebody had to tell me about myself.
Right.
Because I was genuinely offended at the fact that when I first met this woman, she didn't trust me. I'm like, but you don't see yourself.
Right, exactly.
You know, you don't see yourself. So
and that's bad for business.
It's bad if you can't see yourself. If you can't be wrong.
Yeah.
Because
you gotta be able to keep it real.
You have to be able to keep it real, bro. Hey, look, man, let's make sure we don't want to just talk around in circles and stuff. We definitely want to give you, you know, some resources. So, Spady, you know a few?
I'm gonna go off. I actually have a list that I want to go down. So it's basically some free applications for mental health. And I think even if you don't think you have something wrong with you, just check it out. Because you may find something about yourself that could have been holding you back this whole time that you never knew. One of them is a Headspace, Mood Path. So all you have to do is just, you know, Google some of these things. Calm. The Calm app I actually have on my phone.
I need to cop that.
Yeah, like it really it basically calms the mind. So like when you have a lot of things going on and you feel overwhelmed or your anxiety's kicking in, there's an app called Calm. So I have that one personally. Pacifica's another one. Super Better, 7 Cups, Happify.
Oh yeah.
Like Shopify. But we ain't promoting. No, I'm just throwing it out, just so you can understand like how it may be spelled. So it's Happify, Happify, and Talkspace is another one. So those are and these are free. So those help. And this is for anybody who's looking to get into entrepreneurship or just anybody viewing. These are things that could really help you out if you feel you have issues with anxiety or sleep deprivation, because these things can actually, once the mind is calm, like you said, your mind was still running while you were asleep. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if you're able to calm your mind before you lay it down at the end of the day. So one more thing I wanted to touch on was physical health.
Exactly.
Man, physical health,
you
man.
See these forearms? Let's check. They know what's up. I'm faking. I ain't doing nothing. I'm just playing.
No, but I mean, we had to talk the other day, just, you know, outside of, you know, corporate dropout, about how you felt or how you feel when you work out. Like
it affects me mentally. Like,
man, you get a crazy pep in your step, man.
I'm telling
like,
you, bro. Focus.
Yeah, focus.
And you can look this up. It's actually like it's a fact that when you work out, it increases a few things. It increases focus. It calms you down, and also, I mean, you know, if this your thing, which is all of our thing, it also increases your sex drive, my brothers. So, you know, you might want to.
No, but that's important though, because that's part of health.
Exactly. And a healthy sex life is definitely a sign of good health.
Right. So, another one too that I was thinking about. It was a statistic that I read. The people who are least stressed, are people who work out on a daily basis. Like, they did a study on that. So people who work out daily are the people who are the least stressed out or least depressed.
Now I'm gonna add on to this though, because I truly believe that mental and physical health go hand in hand, because there are also people who work out every single day and die of heart attacks and develop cancer. Why? Because physical ailments sometimes they manifest themselves through mental and emotional stressors.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just as important as working out and doing your thing is also taking care of up top, man.
Right, and that's why we didn't want to just focus on specifically on just physical health, because mental health is another big part of it too. You gotta have both. There has to be balance, you know.
Most definitely.
It has to be balanced.
Most definitely, man.
Yin and the yang.
The yin and the yang. Look, man, we appreciate you guys. This is episode 5. We got one more episode left in this series.
Season 1,
Season
man.
1 about to be wrapped up. We learned a lot, obviously. Hopefully you guys can see the growth just with this small stint. And we appreciate you guys tuning in with us, and like and subscribe. And also feedback, man. We need that.
Yeah, just give us a like, you know, give us a subscription, subscribe to our channel.
Something.
Just let us know that you're interacting with the channel. People have been letting me know, like, oh yeah, I watched the first couple episodes. I was like, I didn't even know. Like,
I ain't know.
Let me know. Let us know. You know, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We coming with more content every single week. Reach out to us. This is Mo. I'm Spady.
And this has been another episode of Corporate Dropout.
We out.
Right.